Let's be specific. I don't care at all what the Russians think about Hungarian foreign policy. Just as I don't care what the Ecuadorians think, or the Dominicans, or the Congolese. I don't care. So, I understand that this Russian angle has to be pushed, and I understand why they do it, but do you also heat your home with cheaply bought gas? The reason you don't pay 1,000 forints for petrol is also because I reached an agreement with the Russians that we can continue to purchase crude oil. So the situation is, you should look at this as us, as Hungary, cooperating with Russia in ways that are in our interest. And if something is not in our interest, we don't cooperate on that. Ms. von der Leyen's SMS messages or texts back to the Pfizer boss, then many more people would have died here, and we would have been able to reopen the country's economy much later. So if you ask me whether it is right that I cooperate with the Russians based on the Hungarian national interest, then I think it is right, and had I not done so, it would have been contrary to Hungary's interests. It is also clear that the Ukrainians want to enter the European Union. We do not want this. The current government does not want this. Obviously, the Ukrainians have an interest in TISA winning, and it is also obvious that they are interfering, because the fact that the president of a country that has been at war for 4 years, if he goes to Davos, and has nothing better to do than talk about Viktor Orban, and slaps, or I don't even know what, in connection with the Hungarian Prime Minister, or their foreign minister has been at war for 4 years and has nothing better to do than talk about Selassie and Horthy, and stadium building, and money laundering, then I cannot interpret this in any other way than that the Ukrainians are crudely getting involved in the Hungarian election campaign on the side of TISA. But, well, we don't live on Mars. So we could have gotten used to the fact that there are interventions. So, the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union clearly states that it belongs to the sovereign jurisdiction of every single member state to decide from where and from whom it purchases energy carriers. Here, they have now violated this rule badly, very badly. Moreover, they employed a legal tactic by not submitting this as a sanction. It is a sanction, obviously, because unanimity is required for that, but instead they ban the purchase as a trade policy measure, which is a big legal nonsense, a legal fraud. Furthermore, this can mean security of supply issues and significant price increases for Hungary. So what happened at the European Court? We are challenging this decision born of legal fraud. Our submission to the European Court is ready. We coordinated its completion with the Slovaks because they are also turning to the European Court. Because the two of us voted no, and we are asking the European Court to set aside and then annul this decision, because it happened through a gross violation of European rules. The decision itself will appear in the official journal of the European Union at the beginning of February. Officially, we can submit our claim to the European Court then, and we will do so the next day. We are ready, so we could submit it even today. Only the decision itself has not appeared, so we have nothing to challenge. That is how it stands. I continue to insist that it belongs to Hungary's sovereign decision-making authority to decide where we buy energy carriers from. Brussels has absolutely no business with this whatsoever, and we stick to that.